Howdy guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be doing my empties for October and I believe September as well. I don't think I did one last month. I could be wrong. But here is my bucket that I don't want to spill. If this is your first empties video of mine or of anybody else's, what we do is go through the makeup and skincare, hair care, sometimes household stuff that we empty up in that month or that quarter or whatever, and talk about how we thought of the product, if we would buy it again. It's a good way to see what somebody really thinks of a product because they've used it all the way up instead of only using it like once or twice. You know, you really get to know what the product is like and if it's gonna work for you. And some exciting news for myself at least, I have finally, after being on the waiting list for like 3 or 4 years, I finally accepted into the TerraCycle program. So I have, you know, those big brown grocery bags. I have one of those that is absolutely stuffed, overflowing, full of makeup, skincare, hair care packaging that's empty. And I can finally send it back. And you have to have like 10 pounds of stuff to send it back to them to get like the TerraCycle points. I'll have to look more into what those mean, but I'm pretty sure I'll have the 10 pounds. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the products. First thing on top, this giant soap. This is the Everyone soap in the unscented version. If I can get anything in an unscented version, I'll get it because I have a weird thing with scents. I don't like perfume, I don't like candles, I don't like anything. Like if makeup has too much fragrance, I don't like it. I just don't like smelling things. Yeah, I don't know. But so anything I can get unscented. I kind of like body wash is not really that bad, but I smelled the other scents that this was in and I didn't really like it. It was like mint, citrus, and just stuff I didn't really think went well together, but the unscented was fine. This, I mostly used it for when I got my tattoos. So I have had 2 tattoos in the past, a little over a year of bigger ones, and I use an unscented soap to wash those. And then I also just kind of used it up, shaving my legs with it, washing my body, you know, all the other stuff that you would do with shampoo. I did use this a couple times in my hair and I think it was too drying to use as shampoo, even though it does say it's a 3-in-1 shampoo, body wash, and bubble bath. And I don't really take baths. I haven't taken a bath in a long time, like since we lived in our last house, which was probably 5 or 6 years ago. So I don't know how good of a bubble bath it is, but I definitely recommend this if you need an unscented soap. And this also comes, this is a giant bottle, so it's gonna last you for a while instead of buying a bunch of smaller bottles. The next one is the Pixi Glow Tonic. So I know if you've been around the beauty community for a while, you've heard of this. I've emptied quite a few of these, and so I like the product, but I'm gonna take a break from it for a little while. I have another one from the brand Yes2 that I'm gonna try. I think that one is a little more potent than this one though, so I'll have to ease into it. Like this I could probably use every day, but I don't. But that one is a little bit stronger and you really shouldn't use it every day until you're really, really used to it. So I'll try to use it like once a week and then build up to twice a week. But this is a glycolic acid exfoliating toner. I almost said clarifying, I don't know why. But this a glycolic acid exfoliating toner. So what that is gonna do is kind of help with the texture of your skin. Like I notice I get dry patches like around my forehead and on my chin and my nose and stuff, and this kind of just helps to dissolve those dead skin cells and exfoliate the top layer of your skin. Glycolic acid is an AHA, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right, and then a BHA would be something like salicylic acid where it exfoliates inside of your pores. So this is good for texture, and then if you need something like for blackheads or whatever, you'll want a BHA. But a lot of skincare influencers, people who are like estheticians, don't recommend this because it has fragrance in it. So I mean, like it does, to me it just kind of smells like a skincare. Like I don't think it really has a scent, but just the fragrance is not good for your skin, so some people say. But I don't know, I'm gonna try a different product and then maybe come back to this one. So I do go through these pretty fast, and I actually use my own brand of reusable cotton rounds. I have my shop linked in the description box. It's on my Etsy, and they're just washable cotton rounds instead of using the disposable ones. I have a pack of these e.l.f. Shine Erasers. So these are just those little oil blotting sheets, and they are okay. I feel like I need maybe for 4 of these if my skin is really, really oily. So I think there are better ones. There was one that I got from My Couture from a Petit Four box, and those were a lot better. Like I only needed 1 for my whole face, whereas these I need a lot. But these are okay, and they're really, really cheap. And I feel like if you're just gonna throw them in your purse and use like every now and then, it's okay. But sometimes I'll get lazy and do my makeup for a video or something later in the day and need to blot my face really quick because I don't want to go wash it again. Just being lazy, but I feel like that wastes a lot of them. So I would only use these maybe sparingly. And this is the Pacifica Coconut Water Micellar Cleansing Tonic. This is just your standard micellar water. The coconut one is my favorite. I feel like it works a little bit better than the other scents. I don't know why. Maybe it's just in my head that I think that like coconut oil somehow associated, but it's not, so I don't know. But I use this also on my own reusable cotton rounds, and the only thing that it doesn't do very well is waterproof mascara or like a waterproof eyeliner. But you just have to kind of leave it sit on your eye for a little bit before you start rubbing it away, and that helps to break it down a little bit. But I would repurchase these though. They're a decent price, and usually you can get Pacifica on sale at Ulta for like buy one get one half off. But I have been mostly using an oil cleanser from Meow Tweet, so I will use that instead most of the time. Especially if I know I have like waterproof mascara or something on, I'll just go ahead and use an oil cleanser and not even worry about the micellar water. So this is the Meow Tweet Geranium Palmarosa Face Toner. I have a whole video reviewing a bunch of different stuff from Meow Tweet, so I will link that below if you're interested. This was a toner. It has witch hazel, rose, hydrosol, vegetable glycerin, apple cider vinegar, and some essential oils. And I feel like this is really good for if you have a lot of breakouts. I did notice a slight difference in the amount of breakouts that I had when I used this. I didn't use it regularly though, because I have a rose water toner that I use quite often. If I'm not using the Pixi Glow Tonic anyways. But I might repurchase this. I'll have to see if there's anything else that I want to try first, or I don't really need this all the time though, that's the thing. I only need this like around that time of the month. Then I use my rose water one the rest of the time. Meow Tweet is an eco-friendly brand, so you get this in the refill size, and then you can send the refill size back. They reuse it, refill it, or whatever, and then you can get a new one. And you keep this like forever because you can just refill it out of the refill. This little guy was the Sweet Almond. What was this? Okay, so that was actually really hard to find online because they don't sell these anymore, but this was the Naked Shower Gel, and I believe almond blossom, almond cream, something like that, some kind of almond. But I left this in my shower and didn't use it for a little while, and it kind of stopped working. Like it won't lather anymore. So I'm just gonna call it done. The vast majority of it's gone anyways. It was okay. Like I don't think I would pay that much for a solid shower gel anymore. This wasn't a soap, it was a solid shower gel, which is different apparently than a soap. But yeah, I don't know. I think it was a little bit expensive for this, and then people said the quality was bad. I think they discontinued them because the quality started getting bad. I don't know. I'm kind of done with Lush, to be honest. Like nothing really excites me anymore. It's kind of overpriced. The ingredients aren't as natural as they say they are, so yeah, I don't know, I'm done. Like even holding it in my hand, usually their Naked products kind of start melting, but this is not, so I don't know what happened to it. And I have this Derma E Purifying 2-in-1 Charcoal Mask. I did like using this as a mask every now and then, however, if my skin was the least bit dry, I could not use this because one time I used it when my skin was kind of dry, but I was like, oh, maybe I should use it in case because it kind of prevents breakouts because the charcoal like draws out the gunk, and it absolutely burned my skin and it turned red, but then I used it again and it was fine. So I don't know, I guess just don't use it if your skin is really dry, but if it's oily, then I would go for it. But it's okay if you like charcoal mask, it's all right. And this does have an exfoliating agent in it. I don't know what it is exactly. I know it's not microbeads for sure, but it says this dual action deep detox mask purges pores of toxins, then gently exfoliates for fresh glowing skin. So again, I did like it when my skin was oily, but not when it's dry. I feel like I had already talked about this in an empties. Maybe I didn't, because this is in my empties bucket. So if I did already talk about it, sorry, but this is the Arctic Fox Vacay Volumizing Dry Shampoo. I hated this product. Hated it. Like, I am a huge dry shampoo fanatic. I use it all the time, almost every day, except for the day after I take a shower. This was just, like, the product inside, halfway decent, but there was only like this much in the thing, so there wasn't even enough to do like a few times, even though it says on the back, it says somewhere hundreds of uses. I swear it did. Yeah, good things come in small packages, 100-ish applications. Like 100 pumps maybe, but not 100 like whole head applications. So this is an airless pump, and I'm gonna, probably against my better wishes, or my better judgment, I'm gonna open this. But it has one of these things, and somehow it pumps the powder through this thing. There's no aerosol in it, and that just didn't work. Like, the walls in my bathroom are a little bit darker, so I can see when I'm pumping it, like I can see if it's coming out or not, and it was not coming out most of the time that I was pumping it. And I had to, like, it hurt my hand to use it because I had to pump it so, like, you have to do it pretty aggressively. Like, you can't just, you gotta like pump really, really hard to get it to even do anything. And then it wasn't even enough to help with your oily hair, so don't recommend this. That was bad. I ended up like unscrewing the cap every time and sprinkling a little bit into my hand and kind of like doing that to get it in my hair so I could at least use up the product. But I also don't use Arctic Fox anymore just because of some drama with their owner and all that stuff I really don't want to deal with, so I just stopped using the products, and there we go. I used to use their hair dye all the time. And then I have this Gold Faden MD Bright Eyes Dark Circle Radiance Concentrate. I also thought I talked about this one, maybe I didn't, but this is a eye cream, and this was actually really, really good. So it is a really thick moisturizing eye cream. And there wasn't hardly enough in here to see like significant results as far as like dark circles and all that, but it did really, really hydrate my under eyes. And the only thing, this is a sample size, so it's kind of hard to use. It has a little bitty pump, but only like one pump, and then it was all like, I kind of could pop open the thing and you could see the product was kind of just stuck all around the sides. It wasn't like getting underneath of the little straw to pump it out. So I just opened it and used one of my little reusable Q-tips and used it that way. And that was alright. It was just kind of annoying. But the full size of this is really, really expensive. So I don't think I would go for that. I am using the new Pacifica Vegan Collagen line. That one has an eye cream and I really, really like that one. So I probably would not repurchase this one. And the next is the Pacifica Summer Kale Lip Balm. So I used this thing up totally. I think I used this up before I started having problems with my lips. So my lips have started like just peeling and being really sensitive and dry. Like kind of felt like they were windburned or sunburned or something for months. And I don't know what's causing it or how to fix it, but they're kind of like, I can kind of fix it for a little while, but then it goes back to how it was, so I really don't know what's going on. But this lip balm was not great. It felt kind of like a cheap lip balm, and it didn't really feel like it was hydrating. It more so just felt like it was kind of coating my lips to keep them from getting more chapped, but it didn't really save them from being chapped. So I don't think I would recommend the Pacifica lip balms. I love everything else almost from Pacifica, but the lip balms are just a miss for me. I wish they would come out with one in their vegan collagen line. I feel like that would be a good addition to that. If they haven't already, have they? I don't think so. They do have the care balms that I would like to try. Pacifica also has their own recycling program, so you can go on their website and print off a shipping label and send back your Pacifica products. And they partner with the brand Preserve to gather the plastic from their products and then make into preserves like razors, cutlery, bowls, plates, that kind of stuff, and give it a second life. And the last thing was I think it was the last thing. No, just kidding. So the next thing is the Lush Little Pot of Energy. I'll put a picture of it here if I can find one. I don't know why I couldn't find that other shower gel on there, but that was a solid I don't know what they call it, like body conditioner or body lotion. That one was okay. I prefer the Each Peach one if I was gonna buy one again, but I don't think I'm gonna go with Lush anymore. So Little Pot of Energy was pretty good. It had a light citrusy scent, which was okay for me. It wasn't too strong. It did not melt as fast as the Each Peach bar though, if you know what that one's like. The last thing is the e.l.f. Sheer Tint Finishing Powder. So I mentioned that. I actually finished this up in my last video while I was filming, but I mentioned this in my 20 and 2020 project pan. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. 20 and 2020, that's correct. But I use this completely up. These don't have much product at all. I've actually used up 2 of them in the past few months. This is okay. They do not have a great shade range though, so maybe watch out for that to go for a more universal one. But the lightest shade, Fair Light, was okay for me. So I don't think I would repurchase this just because it does go so quick and they also don't have a great shade range. So I would rather recommend something that has a better shade range. So that was it for my empties this month. Let me know if you have anything that you have emptied this month that you maybe thought would never end or you were kind of surprised by. And if you like cruelty-free and vegan makeup, skincare, hair care, I do 3 videos a week. I also have Instagram and a blog that you can check out, and the links will be in my description box. So click up here to watch my most recent video, or click up here to watch my last empties video. And give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss seeing my face in your subscription box every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.